cents and 106 coins of change. These are the days, my friends, and these are my days, my friends. Make a total of these. 1, 2.
Is right. The proletariat must always be right. And the revolution of the proletariat against oppression must go on forever and forever.
Leon.
Forever.
Leon, I was just reading the encyclopedia.
The heading?
Trotsky, Leon.
Good. It's about me.
Listen to this. On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacan, a suburb of Mexico City. Trotsky died the next day.
What is the year of that encyclopedia?
1996.
Strange.
Yes.
But interesting. I am Trotsky.
Yes, dear.
And this is our house in Coyoacan.
Yes.
And we have a Spanish gardener named Ramon?
Mercader, yes.
There aren't any other Trotskys living in Coyoacan, are there?
I don't think so. Not under that name.
What is the date today?
August 21st, 1940.
Then I'm safe. That article says that it happened on the 20th, which means it would have happened yesterday.
Leon?
And I'd be dead today with a mountain climber's axe buried in my skull.
Leon?
Will the capitalist press never get things right?
Leon, isn't that the handle of a mountain climber's axe sticking out of your skull?
Well, it certainly does look like one. You know, Ramon was in here yesterday telling me about his mountain climbing trip. Now that I think of it, he did have a mountain climber's axe. Can't remember if he had it when he left the room. Did Ramon report to work today? No one is safe. Force must be used, and the revolution of the proletariat against oppression must go on forever.
Leon?
And forever and forever.
Leon, I was just reading the encyclopedia.
Is it the Britannica?
Listen to this.
The universe as viewed by the victors.
On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacan, a suburb of Mexico City. Trotsky died the next day.
Yes, and?
I think there's a mountain climber's axe sticking out of your own skull right now.
Well, I knew that. When I was shaving this morning, I noticed a hand sticking out. For a moment, I thought it was an ice pick, so at first I was worried.
No, it's not an ice pick.
Don't even say the word! You know my recurring nightmare?
Yes, dear.
About the ice pick that buries itself in my skull?
Yes, dear.
That is why I have forbidden any of the servants to allow ice picks into this house.
But Leon...
No one may be seen with an ice pick in this house, especially not Spanish communists.
Leon?
We'll do without ice. We'll drink our liquor neat and our Coca-Cola warm. Here's if this is Coyoacan in August. Not a bad song title, that. Coyoacan in August. Or we'll get ice, but we just won't pick at it. Ice will be allowed into the house in blocks, but may not be picked or chipped under any circumstances. At least, not with ice picks. Ice cube trays will also be allowed. if they've been invented yet. No, this article doesn't say anything about an ice cube tray in my skull, does it?
No.
Does it?
No.
Then I've outsmarted destiny, which is only a capitalist explanation for the status quo.
Leon?
Also, look at this. Do you know what this is?
No.
It's a skull.
Well, I knew that, but
I bought this skull. I own this skull. So, what does that make this? Trotsky's skull. So if some Spanish communist posing as a gardener wants to bury anything in my skull, be it a nice, you know what, or anything else, this will be here as a decoy. He'll see the skull, recognize it as my skull, bury something in it, and he'll go his way, and I'll go mine. Is that ingenious?
up to a point.
50 more years of Trotsky!
I have some very bad news for you, Leon.
A mountain climber's axe? Ingenious. Funny, I always thought it was an ice pick.
A mountain climber's axe. A mountain climber's axe. Can't I get that through your skull?
This is very bad news. This is serious.
What's serious, Leon?
I have a mountain climber's axe buried in my skull.
Smashed, actually. It says Mercader smashed the axe into your skull, not buried.
All right, but what am I going to do?
Maybe a hat would help cover the handle. You know, one of those cute little alpine hats with a point and a feather?
The encyclopedia says that I died today.
21st, that's today.
Does it say what time?
No.
So much for the usefulness of that encyclopedia. All right, then. I have until midnight at the latest.
What should I tell Cook about supper?
Well, she can forget the soup course.
Nyet, nyet, nyet!
But this man is a gardener.
Yes.
At least he's been posing as a gardener.
Yes.
Doesn't that make him a member of the proletariat?
I'd say so.
Then what's he doing smashing a mountain climber's axe into my skull?
I don't know. Have you been oppressing him?
Oh. Why would Ramon have done this to me?
Maybe he's a literalist.
A what?
A literalist. Maybe Ramon ran into Manuel yesterday. You know Manuel, the head gardener?
I know who Manuel is.
I know you know who Manuel is.
Oh, one of these days, Mrs. Trotsky! Bang! Soon!
Maybe Ramon asked him, will Mr. Trotsky have time to look at the nasturtiums today? And maybe Manuel said, I don't know. Ask Mr. Trotsky!
Oh, very funny!
Or maybe he was just hot to Trotsky!
Oh, very, very funny!
Or maybe he just wanted to pick your brain!
Stop it! Stop it! Call Ramon in here.
Ramon!
You'd better get him quickly. I have a mountain climber's axe buried in my skull.
Ramon, come quickly.
Good morning, Ramon.
Well, good morning, senor. Have a seat, please. You see,
We have very good employer-employee relations around here. Ramon, did you bury this mountain climber's axe in my skull?
I did not bury it, senor. I smashed it in your skull.
Excuse me?
Well, you see, you can still see the handle.
It's true, Leon. The axe is not entirely out of sight.
So, we cannot say buried. We can only say smashed. Or perhaps jammed.
All right, but why did you do this?
Well, I think I read about it in the encyclopedia.
Ah, the power of the printed word.
I wanted to use a ice pick, but there were not any around the house.
But why did you do this? Do you realize who I am? Do you realize that you smashed this axe into the skull of a major historical figure? Look, I helped run the Russian Revolution. I fought Stalin. I was a major political theorist. But why did you do this? Was it political disaffection? Anti-counter-revolutionary backlash?
Actually, it was love, senor.
It's true, Leon. I'm only sorry you had to find out about it this way.
No!
Yes.
No!
See.
Oh, God, what a fool I've been. But why did you really do this, Ramon?
You will never know, Senor Trotsky.
God, this is a nightmare.
But luckily for you, the night will soon be over.
All right, Ramon. Thank you. You may go.
Senor Trotsky,
Yes.
do you think you'll have time to look at the nasturtiums today? They are really very beautiful.
I don't think so, Ramon. But I'll try.
Thank you, senor. Hasta la vista. Or shall I say,
Buenos noches!
Well, all right then. 21st of August, 1940. The day I'm going to die. Interesting. And to think I've been over so many 21st of August in my life. Like a man walking over his own grave.
It's been wonderful being married to you, Leon.
Thank you, Mrs. Trotsky.
Although it was a burden at times being married to a major historical figure.
I'm sorry I was away from home so often, pretending the revolution,
I understand.
and that I couldn't have been more in touch with my feelings,
No, please.
and that I often had so much trouble expressing my emotions.
Oh, I haven't been everything I should have been.
Well, it's a little late for regrets with the Mountain Climbers Act.
Smashed, actually.
So it wasn't old age, or cancer, or even the ice pick that I feared for years. It was an axe wielded by a Spanish communist posing as a gardener.
You really couldn't have guessed that, Leon.
So even an assassin can make the flowers grow. The gardener was false, and yet the garden that he tended was real. How was I to know he was my killer when I passed him every day? How was I to know that the man tending the nasturtiums would keep me from seeing what the weather will be like tomorrow? How was I to know I'd never get to see Casablanca? It wouldn't be made until 1942, and which I would have despised anyway. How was I to know I'd never get to know about the bomb? Or the 80,000 dead at Hiroshima? Or rock and roll, or Gorbachev, or the state of Israel? How was I to know I'd be erased from the history books of my own land?
But reinstated, at least partially, someday.
Sometime, for everyone, there's a room that you go into. And that's the room that you never leave. Or else you'll go out of a room, and it's the last room that you'll ever leave. This is my last room.
But you aren't even here, Leon.
This desk, these books, that calendar,
You're not even here, my love.
the sunshine coming in through the blinds,
That was yesterday. You're in a hospital, unconscious.
the flowers in the garden, you standing there.
This is yesterday you're seeing.
What does that article say? Would you read it again?
On August 20th, 1940, a Spanish communist named Ramon Mercader smashed a mountain climber's axe into Trotsky's skull in Coyoacan, a suburb of Mexico City. Trotsky died the next day.
It gives you a little hope about the world, doesn't it? That a man can have a mountain climber's axe smashed into his skull and yet still live on for one whole day? Maybe I'll go look at the nasturtiums.